Lewicki of channelinginc.com, and today I'd like to talk about divine feminine and the divine masculine and how to embrace them and be both amazing in both the divine feminine and divine masculine. Let's start off with the divine feminine. So, all you females out there, I want to make a clarification when we talk about feminine or femininity, whatever. We want to talk about the healthy part of this because there are people that are feminine, but not necessarily in a healthy way. So, for females, what's a healthy female or feminine look like from a spiritual perspective? It's a female who is creative and spontaneous and flowy and able to, you know, live in a life that is, in a very divine feminine way that can help, like kind of like flowers and all sorts of amazing ways that are good and healthy for them, like nurturing, caring, and compassionate, and what's the word called, where you help something flourish and prosper. That's really, really, really important. So for you females out there, try to think and ask yourself those questions like, what is important? What would it look like for me to be more in my healthy feminine? What would that look like? And also, I've seen it where, and I'll get to the men part in a minute. So for you females out there, sometimes what we do, and it's not anyone's fault, but lately I've noticed in the last like 15 to 20 years that some females, because of societal reasons or whatever reasons, is they want to almost like demasculate the men and take charge in that way where they don't allow the men to be in their full masculine. So, and don't get me wrong, there's a time and place that might be appropriate, but most of the time, if you ladies can try to feel in a situation where it's appropriate to just drop into your femininity, your healthy feminine aspects to help the man be more in his masculine. And then for you men, if you're a man watching this, what does a healthy masculine look like? It's someone who is decisive, who's grounded, who could be the rock in that relationship, who can go out there and be purposeful and make things happen. And also, a healthy masculine, is someone who can be in their emotions. And yes, maybe cry from time to time when it feels right, and be okay with that and embrace that. That's all welcome. It's really important for masculine, if you're a man watching this, to focus on those healthy masculine attributes and those characteristics. We as humans, men, have like a certain amount of neural pathways between our two hemispheres in our brain. Women have twice as many than us. And so for females, women, you can multitask a lot easier than us men. But us men, we can focus really good at one specific task. So most of us, if you think about it, female men and female, male, female, we're actually quite similar. So let's embrace those similarities. The majority of our attributes and characteristics are very similar. We want relatively the same things. We want love. We want hugs. We want romance. We want to feel sexy. We want to, be have purpose in life. We want to be able to make a difference in the world. Like a lot of similarities. The few differences that we have, let's embrace those again in a very good way, in a healthy way, because in this lifetime, if you're female, you're this gender, and let's embrace that part. In this lifetime, if you're male, okay, let's embrace that, because in other lifetimes we've been different genders and stuff like that. This lifetime, this is the gender you're at. Let's be healthy part of that. So same thing with men. When you are with a female, try to create an environment where the female can be in her healthy femininity. Okay, so let her be that and try to create that by you being in your healthy masculine. Very, very important. Which brings me to my third point, which is all of us have masculine and femininity, feminine in us, and the divine masculine, feminine. So let's focus on embracing both sides of this, all of it, because it's important that, like, for us to be way over here sometimes, way over here sometimes. Most of the time it's going to be in the middle, but also know that it's sliding. Like if this is the middle point, sometimes we need to be more in our femininity, sometimes we need to be more in our masculine, and we need to be able to embrace both ranges and let it slide depending on the situation, the circumstance, and let yourself be either one of those depending on the situation. So work with your spirit guides. Ask your spirit guides, if you're a female in this lifetime, how can I be more feminine in a healthy way? If you're masculine in this lifetime, how can I be more masculine in a feminine way? And then also ask your spirit guides, how can I be a bit more on this side of the spectrum, a bit more on that side of the spectrum, depending on when it's appropriate and all that. My name is Ken Lewicki, channelinginc.com. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We will see you soon.